Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm Jan Clothier of Thinking Stamping, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from New Zealand. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with you. I'm going to show you how to stamp a candle. Now this started because in my classes this week we used the Simply Zinnia set, and I had on display a set of candles that I'd made using the Simply Zinnia set. And a lot of people ask questions about it, which I was a bit surprised about, because when I first started stamping, back in the dark ages, a lot of people stamped on candles, and I thought, oh, well, maybe it's just one of those things that people have forgotten about. You do it, you forget about it, it falls out of favour, and then suddenly when you see it, you go, oh yeah, I remember that. So I thought that for a bit of difference, we would use the Magnolia Mood set and make ourselves a little candle. It's actually very quick and easy to do, and it makes a really nice gift because it turns basically a cheap dollar store candle into something a little bit special. So I just buy my candles at the warehouse or at Uncle Bill's or wherever I find them, and I tend to buy plain white ones. You can use any size you like, and then all you need apart from the candle is you need some tissue paper. Now my tissue paper is nothing special. I bought a bowl at the farmer's, and it was wrapped in tissue paper, so I kept it. So you do have to make sure that what you do with it is you just stamp your image. So I've taken this beautiful Magnolia image out of Magnolia Mood. I stamped it onto tissue paper in basic black, and then I coloured it with blends, and I used Daffodil Delight, Bubble Bath, and a bit of Fresh Freesia and Granny Apple Green for the leaves. And then I just fussy cut it out, and you can see I've just left a narrow border, just a millimetre or two all the way around. You don't want to cut on the line, you want to have a little bit left over on the edge. And I just did it from this tissue paper. As you can see, it's nothing special. If it was really crinkly, you could iron it, but all you really have to do is have it smoothed off flat enough that you can get a nice image. So that's that. The other thing you need is some waxed lunch paper from the supermarket. Now I've had mine for quite some time. I assume you can still buy it. It is not the same as baking paper or greaseproof paper, because one side has got a slightly waxy layer. Now that's the deluxe. That's what if you can find it, use it. I think you can probably just use ordinary greaseproof paper. I don't know, I've never tried it out, so someone will be able to let me know if you can't get waxed lunch paper anymore. Well, I suspect you can. Right, so you've got your stamped image coloured and fussy cut out of the tissue paper, and then you need a strip of the waxed paper that is at least as tall as the image, at least as wide as the image, and is long enough to go the whole way around the candle. Now the only candle I've got left is this one. I've used all the others that I had lurking around the place, so this one had better work. So you just lay your stamped tissue paper image where you'd like it. You get your waxy paper, and with the waxy side down, just put it over the top. And the reason it's ideal to have it long enough to go around the candle is, you can see, it gives you a handle, gives you something to hold, and then the wax paper does one of its jobs, which is to hold the tissue flat without any creases or wrinkles or turned over edges. The other thing it's going to do is it's going to provide a little bit of wax support for the image. So what you need next is your heat tool. And what we're going to do is we're just going to gently heat over that. And what will happen in an ideal world, what we will see is it will start to go a bit shiny, a little bit like when the embossing powder gets hot enough and it suddenly blooms and goes whoosh. You'll see the wax you'll see this paper turn into shiny, and then you know that the wax is melted enough that the edges of the tissue paper is being set into the wax, and the tiny bit of wax that's on that paper is just helping to form a seal over the top. Now, I'm going to turn my heat gun on high just to heat it up, and then I'm going to turn it down to low, because as I'm doing it, if you do run the risk that if you have it too hot in one spot for a while, it gives a little depression in the candle, and that's two problems. Firstly, it deforms the shape of the candle. Secondly, it melts so much wax that often the image becomes quite opaque because it's set too far in. So there's a bit of a game on working out exactly how hot is hot enough. So there's a bit of experimentation involved. So I'm going to heat up my heat gun, and then I'm going to turn it down to low. Now when you think that's happened, and you can sort of see where it's gone shiny, I might just do that little bit again. Okay, then you just very carefully peel back, and what should happen is it should come off easily. Just peel it off. And there is your waxed candle with its lovely image. And you can see, just check around the edges, is it smooth? You shouldn't be able to feel any of the tissue paper. It should just be smoothly just sunk into the wax of the candle. And if you're a little bit worried, like I'm thinking, oh there, you can just gently get your gun, heat gun, and just give it a little touch up just in any place where you think perhaps it hasn't quite done its magic. Because all you're aiming to do there is just slightly melt the wax, and it's as easy as that. And obviously you can add sentiments. You could have, happy birthday, or thank you for being a great friend, and you could do words, you can do images. If you had taken off the paper and there were bits that you weren't happy with, again, and it was really bad, you could put the waxed paper back on and just do it again. Or as I just did there, if it's just a tiny touch up, you can just quickly give it a little zap of heat, and you'll see the wax melt and just the edges of the tissue paper sink in. Anyway, so that's how easy it is to give yourself, to create yourself a lovely decorated wax candle. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, and you can contact me in the details in the video description below, or in the end card that's about to pop up. If you've seen anything in today's video that you would like to add to your craft stash, you're more than welcome to shop with me if you live in New Zealand, and again the details are in the video description below. But above all else, everyone, happy stamping.